That's new. My God, look at that. Oh my God, look. That is so damn cool. Kind of all the same, but still. That's very different. Wow. That is really cool.
Hola. Dímelo. Busan no estuvo trabajando toda la noche.
No es la primera vez que sucede.
Pesqué el mayor pez el otro día.
Hola.
shaman. Go to the bar. I think I'm wrong here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, it could be here. Yeah.
Pay for now, pig.
that? Here. I mean, hot water?
Multingary, Isu Diable, Felipe, Before Aloes are sacred. Give the last of your drink back to the island. Andor goes out by watching you bacon. You quietly preserve the reward. Gibbons receive sanctuary. Do that not says the goal.
Facial animation. Grave. That works. Alright. Concentration. Cool. Bitchy. Eh? It's funny. Bitchy or it's angry? Bitchy. Oh,
other bitchy for now. Hey, Smoke Daddy. How you doing? We got a new little update thingy for Wild. We got from the wheel here, they got facial animations. Got normal, angry, bitchy, brave, confused, cocky, concentration, cower, curious, dead. Could've used that yesterday. Disgust, exhausted, drunk, and then really drunk. Right now I'm on bitchy mode. I really don't want to fall down this cliff, so let's take it slow. The torch. Another torch. Yeah, I think so. Really could have used that dead one yesterday though with my Japanese guy. Like he died and they rezzed him. I'm not really sure why. I've had a lot of characters that died and never in the sheriff's deputies never rezzed them before. So I'm not sure what that was for, but I was able to hand off some stuff. Sounds good. Oh, good. Yeah, I really wish that the duel could have lasted longer. There was a little bit of a problem. It's fine. It's totally cool. The result is the same. I wish I couldn't block. Oh, no, come on, go. Yeah, it was, and hopefully it's not over. Hope it's not over. Hope the story will continue. I can't bring in a new Japanese character though if he's going to be in conflict with Shiro. If they're going to be in conflict with Shiro, I can't bring in a new character for that though. Oh, there's a snake right here. But later on, I can bring in a little fat Yakuza man maybe. Oh yeah, that's we've been discussing it a lot this week, and we even had an OOC conversation earlier today. That's why I started the stream a little bit later than I was thinking. So I mean, some of it I think it might be best to learn in character while you're watching, but basically his deal with Zhang Wei. Naturally, Zhang Wei probably would have sent a letter back to superiors, and they would know about code survival now, so that they, the very least, would banish him. So he's a rebel. He is basically alone, except for with his people. He just no longer has the backing of the White Lotus Society. Put it that way. So pretty soon, I'm not sure exactly when, tonight, tomorrow, Monday, very soon, we're going to be hopefully returning to the crossing. There are a few things I want to do here still. I need to find Delilah or Herbie, and I need to find the shaman again before I go. I'd like that anyway. So in its future, though, it's not gonna be, a nice business future. let you guys in a little secret. Most likely the first couple things they're going to be doing is they're going to be hitting banks to try and recuperate their losses from all the support that he gave Taipan, which, you know, all in all was probably $30,000 freely given. So their excuse for robbing banks is they're desperate, they need money, so they're going to rob banks. But we'll be discussing that in character today, I think. They're not going to return to Saint Denis right away. It's going to be real slow. I want Ko and everyone else who's with them to look at Saint Denis and drool. Like, they want to go home. But because of this whole deal and the banishment and exile and whatever, we're going to be RPing that, no, they cannot go back to Saint Denis right now. So we'll be probably going into the desert. We will be going to the frontier, the snows. We'll be hitting some banks. We'll be meeting new people, setting up new relationships, new possible business deals for gun smuggling, gem trade, that kind of stuff. And what I want from Guarma is I want them to give Ko an opportunity, a deal, a job. Thank you. Me too. That night I was so nervous. There was 3 tests that I said if he fails them all, I will permit him. And he passed one of them. He never was good in school. Really looking forward to hitting a bank though. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. I've done it before in other characters. Ko's done it once, long ago. But I think that will be a bonding moment, I hope, in a way, for everyone who's involved. And, you know, if we succeed or not, it doesn't matter. Hopefully we will succeed at least to some degree. Ko will be going to Sisika because his fingerprints will be everywhere. But he'll take the heat for everyone if we can get away. Right, so there's no shaman here yet. I am not seeing Delilah and Herbie, although they were here earlier. Maybe I'll go up to the community center and see if they're there. Figure out a unique way to hit banks. Not gonna do a bunch of them. We're just gonna do it out of desperation. We need money. And if he's caught, that's what he'll tell the deputies too. Desperate man, desperate times. Yeah, and Romeo's great. This little peek. Little peek. Don't hurt anybody. things up here. I don't want to disrupt the villagers. Oh, I did yesterday a few times. Is it time for Ko to change his clothes? Okay, yeah, no. Farm a bath. Hmm. Make sure that the shirt doesn't poke out in the back. No, it does. Look at that. Oh, man. I hate that. Big empty space. Which outfit was it? New fit, maybe? Try it. better, but that's not too bad. Oh, that's not too bad. I don't like most of the vests. That's not too bad. Not awkward walking like this at all. Why am I walking funny? Am I the only one on this island right now? The box is gone! Oh my god! No! I had pineapple in there for Yuri. Writings. Puts on his jacket. You know he's back. Oh, and the hair. I'm back, baby. Back. Check the church, this cathedral one more time. I'm gonna go up to the hospital real quick though. Getting the exercise. Getting stronger. I don't know why more, I mean, I know it kind of comes and goes, but why more people don't RP more often on Guarma. I really like this place. I think part of it is the story that the people who live here created. The Blood God, La Madre, everything in between. Kind of brings an aura of mystery to Guarma, of ancient civilization to an extent. I like that stuff. But if there's nobody here, I mean, you can't just RP being alone in Guarma. That's boring. Good, but like I said, boring. I think we're getting people in here pretty soon. Oh, goodness. Never ever quit the game when you're on one of the balconies here. Medical supplies, I forget again. Another thing they could do to Guarma would be to get some indigenous plants here that people can only create certain tonics and whatnot in Guarma. Now that would be really cool. We'll see. Tell them be at peace.
I should have done it 4. Shit, not 3.
By 4, you may ask? 4 in Chinese, the character for 4 is called 四. The character for death is 四. Second tone versus fourth tone. It's a homonym, so it's considered unlucky. So you like in things with has to do anything that's related to do with death, you usually use things in 4s. With showing respect, you use 3. It's beautiful. Just maintain. Oh, shaman's here. See here.
Buenas. ¿Cómo está, amigo?
Oh, Lina.
How are you today?
And you, I'm sorry to
You-
interrupt your meditation.
That is okay. I was waiting for you, listening to what the world had to say to me. I'm curious. You look very well. I'm very happy to see you like this.
Really much better. Basically healed, just need to get these stitches out later tonight, I believe.
You're planning to go to the crossing for this?
No, I think this will happen here. Some of my friends will be arriving here later tonight. And then we have some decisions to make. And actually, I was wanting to speak to you a little bit about this if you are willing to listen.
I am.
Here to but I also came to seek enlightenment. In whatever way it came to me. Even I have found some, not all, but some. And what I should do in the future. Don't know a lot about what brought me here, what got me here. I told you a little bit, I guess.
Yes.
In truth, it was my last chance to find freedom. I'm getting older. And I had to make a decision. And the people that I surrounded myself with before, let's just say that we had very, very different ideas in the future. I feel like when I got here, I was standing on a precipice. One way led to the road of the devil. The car that Delilah pulled, the first car she pulled, before she read my fortune the other day. The other way lead the opposite direction from the devil. But like I told you before, I could easily take either road. I believe that I will not be taking the road of the devil. It's here, you might call it the blood god.
Yes. El Diablo, or Deo de Sangre. It is one and the same.
This much I know.
Very good. So what was the second that she pulled for you? What is this second road?
Second road is being free to make the choices that I believe I need to make with a group of people that will be loyal to each other. Not loyal to one man. Not trapped by tradition, and by custom, and by oaths. But free to follow, free to leave. Free to love, free to hate. You know, I once had a dog. Her name was Susu. But nothing fancy. But many of the soldiers I was with at the time, they tried to chain her up and teach her to do tricks. They did not mistreat her. But they tried to force things onto her that she apparently either could not or was unwilling to learn. dog and I became great friends. And I refused to put a leash or a collar on it. But it followed me everywhere I went. For quite a few years, it became a friend. Because it wanted to, not because it was forced to.
Yes.
It is the road that I wish to travel.
That is very good. I will also pose it in this way. Is love really love if you have to force them into a relationship? Like you say, chains and whatnot. Is that really love? What up, Freddy?
No, Freddy.
Would you be so kind as to take the donkey out of the front door, please? Muchas gracias. Really, yes. When you think about it, many of these gangs and whatnot, they are always like, if you leave, we will kill you, or if you are a snitch, we will destroy you. It is a foundation built upon destruction, and thus, it is doomed to fail in the beginning. Perhaps in the beginning, it is successful, but they sow for themselves a grave. When one man seeks vengeance, he digs two graves, one for his enemy and one for himself. This is something that I believe the foundation is built upon. It is built upon gold, it is built upon wealth. And when wealth and power is attained, that is a very shaky foundation. And perhaps through this path also they have grown to trust one another, but I do not believe it to be a foundation based upon the truth, based upon love, which is very difficult as a selling point. If you try to make an organization based upon the concepts of love, friendship, camaraderie, that is what people want eternally. However, that is not something that is a very easy sell. It is so much easier to say, let us go rob a bank. Come, comrade, let's take other people's things. We shall make a killing together. This is an immediate temptation in which it is, once again, following the path of El Diablo, like you were speaking of. This following of this path. So, what you are attempting to do is become the fish that swims up the stream, climbs up the waterfall to become the El Dragon, the dragon. This is what you shall become.
If I have to do desperate things at times.
Then let it be so. The rocks will come. You must bend around them and continue to push forward, because these things are immutable, changeable. There will be trouble in this world, but fear not. For trouble, as well, the rocks, it is eroded by the sands of time. These people that build up foundations that we see around us, look at the ruins that we are in right now. This was comprised because a man decided to build a place in which he believed that it holds the power of a god. He could house the god's power into one place. But when you think about it, is it not more beautiful that the roof is open and that nature has come back in? Now it is really a holy place. Can you put the universe into a box? I do not think so. So, because of this, when we take these things into consideration, all of the ruins that we see around us, the foundations that mankind has built, shall crumble one day. Even those rocas, the rocks that stand in our path, when we continue to swim up the stream, they too one day shall pass. This is why vengeance really is meaningless. Justice is something that is a mercy. Love, kindness, compassion, all of these things stem from one thing, and that is love. You discipline yourself and your friends, your children, because of love itself. To keep them from pursuing the wrong things and walking in the right directions. This is something that I know that you know very, very good. holds fast in your life.
But if I am to do wrong in order to make something right, I'm not talking about vengeance. Vengeance is no longer within me. I can feel it.
All right
I'm
then.
too grateful just to be free.
Let us say, in this instance, that you are going to be required to steal something. I do not think often about these things. Because in Guarma, for instance, the concepts of the law are non existent. When you steal from an individual. You must remember this. If you are to do something evil in pursuit of greater good, this is also a very slippery path. But just keep this in mind. If you are to steal something from someone, make sure that it is in an act war and that it is a holy thing, a righteous thing. Because there are times in our history in which spoils of war have come about. If you must search yourself and find your heart is true and noble, your intentions pure, because that is what is going to be your moral compass. No one is going to hold your hand and tell you what is true.
So, I would like to have a relationship with Guarma. They asked us if we wanted to make this our home, and I think right now we cannot do this. We'll have to return and struggle to get back up on our feet for a while. But I would like to keep Guarma for myself at least, as like a second home.
This can be done. It has been done many times.
And I would also like to help Guarma if there were specific jobs or chores or deeds that needed to be done. I would be very willing to do this as well.
I've said it like this. Guarma is a blank canvas in which the artist of the world can come to paint a masterpiece. But it is up to you to design and to create, to bring people to this land. This is my desire. If you were to bring people to this land in order to search as well, perhaps for rest, for vacation, to spend their money here or to spend some time, I would much rather people come to stay for a little bit to experience what Guarma has to offer, but it is very quick to become bored, right? It is very quick to become bored when you walk around and you don't see anybody, etc. So my saying is this: be the person that you would want to see in Guarma. And I suggest bringing those who you agree with and giving them the taste of it. Because Guarma to me is like the taste of the forbidden fruit. It is a mysterious thing. Once you get a taste of it, it's very difficult to let it go. There are so many beautiful things hiding just beyond our sight. I know many things. There are many things that I can tell you about this place. But sometimes, some things are a lot better if you just find them on your own. Or you can wonder about them. There may be a right answer, but perhaps not. So, yes, I would say this. I'm looking for people who are willing to work alongside me, allies in this world. Because Lord knows that I need them. I am one man, and one man is not an island. I think you can actually do better in the crossing for Guarma, if I'm being honest. As much as we would love for you to stay here permanently, there is more to be done out there in the great beyond than there is here in this place. You can do more good there for the moment. But remember, every man needs rest, including you, a warrior.
Keep us in mind if you need things fixed from time to time. If you would. Anything
I will.
from maybe importing a certain product, I don't know, oolong tea or whatever it could be, to tracking down a lost gun that was stolen, or cutting the throat of someone who needs it.
I will say this. There are people in Guarma that I do not wish for them to be here. I will be free to admit this. But again, the weeds must grow alongside the wheat, and I myself am not going to take it upon myself to judge them just yet. I want those that they have wronged to come to this land themselves and to take care of it. It is not my duty to spill blood. I do not wish this. However, I will definitely keep your names in mind because I wish for people to be righteous, but moreover, I am not a pushover, and I do not want people to realize that I can be pushed, because really it is about the state of the mind, etc. I want to create trade, to encourage trade with the mainland. For instance, I have in my pocket right now, I have some Guarman coffee beans that are very, very beautifully roasted. It is an espresso blend. It's like a Robusto blend. They're very, very good, very strong coffee. And I know that people love coffee. It's just a matter of the fact of how you distribute. So the thing is, for me, I would love to have people to distribute too. And this is what I believe, called Freddy, that those that travel between the crossing and Guarma frequently, they are the lifeblood of this land. This is very important. That is what I believe. Stay here all you like for as long as you like. My home is your home. Mi casa es su casa. My house is your house. When we say this, it is true. That is when we say it. Mi casa es su casa is a very old phrase, but when I say my house is your house, I mean it. You can come and go as you please. When you step upon this church, I want you to feel safe, protected, and in my care. This is what I want to provide to Burma. I want to provide a place that is safe for those who are seeking guidance to come. And to be honest with you too, people do not feel safe in Burma. They do not realize that it could be a safe place to go. They hear about the stabbings and the killings and it's no law, it's lawless, it's this, is that. But in reality, it is a mysterious place with many secrets to share with the world. This is what I want to do.
That is what interests me of these places, the history and the history shrouds the entire island in a mystery that is fascinating to me. And also, I have never felt more safe anywhere than here. So perhaps those who feel unsafe bring with them a guilty conscience.
Yes, they do. I've noticed this about this land, is that people who are hurt and who have nowhere else to go, they wash up upon the shore like broken dolls.
I feel like Artie might be one of these dolls. Long time since I talked to her, but yesterday, by chance, we met here.
Artie is Barley.
Yeah, you know her, yes?
I do.
Yeah. Very beautiful, nice young lady. But she seems a little bit broken.
There is much sadness. She told me that she was a friend of Lockjaw Jim, and that he was the only friend, really, that she had in this place. And he died. There is that.
His death
We
was
cannot,
profound.
apparently so. I was not necessarily aware of this until he made the paper, as well as making sense of my visions. But there it was, an article in the paper in the Saints Daily about a man named Lockjaw Jim Trismos, who had been in a duel to the death, had died righteously and left many shockwaved in his wake. See, this is something that I have thought about much, and it is time for Guarma to heal. Just as much as those who need the healing, Guarma itself, the land, needs to heal. It needs to have a rebirth. Everything has been burnt to ashes, and now it is time for new growth to spring back into the land. This place, upon the waves, washes things afar, like sand across the shore. It carries with it broken things, sometimes we adore. One shell is black, cracked, yet whole. One shell is white, like a star, it shone. One shell is dark, at the luster does shine, for within this shell is something divine. Nature is not always flamboyant as beauty, it has shapes and colors and all shades of ugly, yet in between such things are the lessons of the past, like pieces of sand, shell, and broken glass.
So I will not be a stranger in the future.
Good. Don't be a stranger, stranger.
I think also, over time, I would like to finish all of the trials.
Yes, of course. Por supuesto. Then, when you have done this, you can create your own and leave your lasting legacy in the history of this land.
Might take some time. I don't know if you have the time today, but Freddy, are you able to try a few more trials?
I would love to do this.
Perhaps. Not sure.
Critical, huh?
Oh, yes.
Some
Freddy.
things I need to get done first, but perhaps
Of
it's
course.
the same.
Por supuesto. I have your dice. By the
Great.
way.
Fantastic. That's good to hear.
Here it is. This card, when I was carving it, the dice, interestingly enough, sometimes reveal something about the person. I believe this to be a scarring, but at the same time, it is a division right between the middle, but yet, it remains firm. The boar that you killed was very old. It had a long time to live, and it had fought in many fights. And now, resting in your palms, is the life and legacy of this creature, in which I believe is a reflection of your spirit. A divided mind cannot stand. Keep this in mind.
Thank you, Shaman.
Of course, that is yours to keep.
I
Whenever
look
you're
forward
ready,
to rolling it one day.
of course. Whenever you're ready, let me know.
Yeah. If Freddy cannot participate now, would you have a trial for me solo?
Yes, this can be arranged. I know exactly the one. Alright. Let us go. Andamos el camino. So, Freddy,
You can't go.
I thought we had things to do, Go, but
No, we do. We do, but I don't want to make the shaman wait.
sure.
that's alright. I do not mind waiting.
If you want to stay, Go, and do some more of these trials, then that's fine. But I need to do some things.
You things out to a trial, then come and fight you.
Around the beachfront more than likely.
Very good. Going to go to the south beach past the castle, or close to the arena.
Yeah, I know the place.
Very good. We shall do this today. And when he is finished, we shall try to find you.
Sure. I appreciate that.
Very
Oh,
much.
good luck with your trial, Comb.
You know
No.
if Kai is around yet, or
No, that's one of the things I'm going to be doing. I need to make
Alright.
some money. I need to find Kai, maybe Josie if they are to return. Have a conversation.
For Sebastian. Are you planning on going to the mainland today?
I'm not sure about today. It might be today or tomorrow or Monday.
Alright.
We have to discuss this with a few others who have been in the crossing for a few days.
Alright. And they are going to come to the island tonight.
Yes.
Very good.
Pretty sure they are. Shaman, I forgot what you said my spirit animal was. Is it a donkey?
I did not say that it was a donkey. We have not discussed this yet.
For some reason, I met with a lady named Carrie. We were talking about the trials a little bit.
Oh, Yuri. Yes.
And she said her spirit. What was her spirit? Ah, yeah, I forget this too. I thought that you had told me what it was, but maybe I was wrong. I couldn't clearly remember. Which would be
This
strange.
changes. Did we participate in the Path of Dreams? I do not believe we have.
Wait. Is that when you took me to the cave?
It is not.
Okay, then no.
No, you wouldn't know what the Path of Dreams is if you participated in this. Very well. This is one of the things in El Camino that I have done for many years. The Path of Dreams is very powerful. Traditionally, the shamans, when they would try to entice the mind to dream, they would use the hallucinogenic toad poison, the venom from the. But this is not necessary for this trial or the Path of Dreams. There are paths that you must take in El Camino, the small paths that make up a greater whole. The path of flame, the path of water, the path of the earth, the path of flesh, the path of dreams. There are others as well.
No, the medicine of the green frog that you gave me. First time
Yes.
we met. That helped me get over my opium addiction.
Very good. This is what it is meant for, in fact. I have treated and dealt with many cases like this. Opium is a very powerful plant, it is very good for killing pain, but when it comes to the euphoria and the experience of it, it can be very dangerous and tempting to the mind.
Now that I am clear-headed, look back on my life and oh, snake. Oh,
Very good. This is a boa actually.
what's a boa?
This is a boa. Hello. It is a rainbow boa.
No teeth.
That is alright. No teeth. The rainbow boas were gifted to us by the god Yuloko. He is the rainbow god. He is gifting to La Madre many of the colorful animals on this island. The colorful snakes, the serpents, the birds, those the macaws. They are from the rainbow. He put the colors from the sky to give them to his mother.
You saw one of these snakes, would you kill it or no?
Probably not. But the black and white ones are the ones that you do not want to mess with. That is the fur that lasts. They will kill you.
It's bitten by one once long ago, but I was wearing very thick boots. And the
Oh, yes.
teeth did not penetrate.
That is one of the things as to why people say make sure to wear boots on the island, etc. Because of these.
Well, the last 10 days or so wearing sandals.
Yeah, well, it's alright on the beach. It's less likely
Yeah.
for the snakes to come along. I mean, Herbie, he has open-toe shoes, it's fine, but it's just dangerous, so you have to be careful.
Yes. I rarely ventured into the jungle since I've been here a few times, but not very far.
Very well. Then we shall descend into the jungle. Do you see how quickly it gets dark in the
Yes.
forest?
Yes, it does.
It's like the color of darkness, pitch black. It's very difficult to make your way through. And it can be terrifying, especially when you hear the chop of a panther through the woods.
This before.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes, many
yeah.
times. Oh, yes, I have, in fact. The panthers, los panteras in the jaguars in the island, they have a lot more intelligence than the ones in the crossing. I'm not joking when I say this.
This is not very good news because I don't like cats because of these cougar and panther. The jaguar, I have not seen a jaguar before.
Yes, there are two different kinds of creatures in Gorman. There was the spotted pantera, the panther, and there is the jaguar, which is entirely black. It's a black jaguar.
Now, in the crossing, the cougar always gets really excited before you make an attack.
Right.
But the panther usually remains quiet. What does the
Oh, yes.
jaguar do before he attacks?
He growls. He prowls around you and he growls with a roar. It is disturbing. It will make your hair stand on end and your bones shake in your body as you realize that you are defenseless. Even if you have a gun, it will feel like a toy compared to his voice.
I do hope that I do not meet one of these cats.
Oh yes, they are quite rare in fact. They do not come around very often. And when they do, it is they are very much like ghosts in the night.
I
They
think in the nighttime you can't see them. They could be growling and startling, but you won't see.
oh yes. You can just hear the sound of them prowling through the bushes and them growling, but you will never see one. That is the terrifying thing about it. In the middle of the darkness, they are like ghosts in the darkness. Terrifying. Yes, when I was a young man, I had laid witness to one of the panthers dragging off one of the militiamen. He went to sleep in his bed, and we were close by, and we heard the sound of a scream. And we woke up the next morning. We were afraid to get outside of our house. We woke up the next morning and we found drag marks and blood. We found the man's body later. The only thing left was some of the bones and his skull that was left behind, his face, and there was a puncture mark right through the skull that these cats pierced through his temples, killed him nearly instantly, and dragged him out of the tent. The scream was from his wife. Yes, he died almost instantly. I have seen many things.
This must be Stone's boat back there.
Oh yes, that is Stonesburg.
Tell
That
me
is the
something.
symbol.
What do you think of this lady, Delilah?
I do not like her.
That not.
She is a witch. And a bad one.
Yes, someone else did not like her. They say that she followed the blood god. This person told
does.
me that she is the blood god.
Rhymes. I would not say that she is the blood god. I would say that she is a siren. When you look onto the ocean, you see how beautiful it be on the surface. But as soon as you dive underneath, you can see the depths of darkness that lies just beneath the surface. That is what she is. She is beautiful, seductive, sweet sounding. But then, she will lure you to your death.
Got a little bit like this feeling when I talked to her the other night. She was very
yes.
nice. She very interested and nice. But I also sense that she might have. I don't know if ulterior motive is the right word or something else. Something.
There is always
off.
an ulterior, yes. There is something very difficult to understand about this person. She is very dark and persuasive. That is part of her powers. She has incredible sway over the people of this island. And when I say this, she has incredible sway over the militia. This is another concern of mine, Cole. Because it is this woman that Lockjaw Jim grew in conflict with. And, as such, she used a proxy in the duel, not agreeing to it herself, but she used another man to kill him. You can spin it however you like.
Told her about a month ago. I was making plans to come here and perhaps kill her. And she apparently she set a bounty on people. For why we're not sure, but I think long ago he did bring some sugarcane syrup back to the crossing. But this was before the laws were in place. But I think maybe she set bounty to either get our attention or to use him as a lesson. Perhaps.
There is this. In addition to this, it is very possible that Philip Copperhead was targeted because of her intentions.
Which is, you think these might be?
These are essentially, he acts in accordance as a proxy for clients. This is what I know about this. The bar where she works, etc. There is bounty posters, there are things like this, but it has been burnt down, etc. But this place, from what I understand, she is somebody that speaks to people and gives things done. A middleman, if you will. That is, from what I can extrapolate from it, observing from a distance, this is what I can observe. But part of Delilah's great strength is that very little is known about her. She is very rarely awake, and when she is very chested, very discreet, and I believe that it is because of this that perhaps Trismos fell into her trap. Because, very simply, some men are not accustomed to this. When they come to places and things, they are not prepared for those who lay traps for them. So,
I wonder about
I would
this,
say these.
Edgar the other day.
Go on.
If he fell into her trap, maybe.
It sounds like it. I don't know to what extent you're referring to, but he apparently got related in her bar. I do not know how this happened. He says it is an act of the gods, and that it is the guardian spirit who gives to him. He said, I spit in the traditions of those that I walk in. Been to many places. I've been to El Salvador, I've been to yada yada yada, and it is my custom to spit in the customs of others. So that is what he said to me.
That wise.
Oh yes, it's not wise at all. But he said the reason as to why I do this is because he can get away with it. He can come and spit on the customs and leave. And that he thought that he could do the same thing in Guarma. And apparently La Madre decided to teach him a lesson. I will say this though, Cole. I will say this. Do you remember me speaking about Priestess of La Madre that was once in this place?
Yes, yes.
She put a curse on that bar. Yes. It was a bloody X. It was an X drawn in blood. And what this means is it is a rejection symbol. It is a place in which La Madre is not supposed to love you. So for that, it is very curious as to what the actual ritual entails, what she put into the intention. But I know that this is something that has been passed down for the many generations, you could say. But I saw these eggs and I could recognize the signs. And the funny thing is, people were saying that Delilah was being haunted by the ghosts of Gorma, and strange things have happened since then, such as Edgar being immolated in fire randomly in her bar. This is very curious to me as well, because when a place is no longer divine, it is a place in which demons can gather. It's kind of like inviting the spirits to come into this place. And if I may be so blunt, when it comes to Delilah, the way that she operates, she's very superstitious, and she carries many strange artifacts in that place. There are familiars that cling to such things because it gives them strength and power. I believe that she's collected many of these things to add to her power, believing it to be something that will protect her, but it will not.
Which, you say?
Very much. She exhibits all the signs. In addition, she has a very uncanny ability to see into your soul and to know exactly what to say to make you squirm.
She did just that to me. When she read me my fortune, it was like watching motion picture of the last few weeks of my life. She
Yes.
knew the cards go first. Ah, I see. She first told me to say what I saw in the cards. Then, after this, she gave her interpretation. Oh, that's very intelligent. That's clever.
I
Tricky
see.
little fox, this one.
Yes.
Huh.
Perhaps an octopus.
He's definitely not the nine-tailed fox. I give her maybe 3 at most.
I'm curious. 9 tails. Is this a holy thing?
It can be, yes. It depends on which road the fox chooses to travel. In China, we have what we call the Hulijing, which is like the antithesis of Buddha. If someone is down on their luck, they can get quick answers from the Hulijing, the fox demon. But their prayers always come at a price, too. But some people, in desperation, they're willing to pay whatever price she demands. Sometimes it's their own heart which she devours. Those types of foxes, very rare to get to the ninth tail. It takes maybe 10,000 years for a benevolent fox to achieve such status, too. But once they do achieve it, then they become a smaller god-like figure.
Very interesting. This is very interesting to me indeed. I love to learn these things.
Thank you. That's why I do not kill the fox, because they could be on their way to immortality, on their way to becoming either evil or good. Hard to say. Well, they can also, the legends say that they can change their shape to fit that of a human, usually a very beautiful lady.
Yes, a skinwalker, you could say.
Yes, exactly.
Very interesting. Los chamans would have such legends as well. Things of men and women of such power that they were capable of turning themselves into animals. And when they did this, it was usually for the reasons as to the power that they have attained. They would go through very underhanded rituals and taboos in order to achieve this kind of a power.
Yeah. They seek the quick path. You want to cheat They were like the good fox. They will take at least 10,000 years or more to achieve these. But these evil ones, no, they want to do it quicker. So they
Very
cheat.
much. See, this is my problem with Delilah, for instance. I can tell the difference between a person that is holy and somebody who cheats is the person who cheats collects unto themselves many things, playing with forces beyond their control to utilize and bend the universe's power to their will. This is what I see in her. She is a person of power. And as for myself, I am a weak man, though. I do not pretend to be strong, but my strength comes from my integrity, perhaps my youthfulness, but in the end, I do not believe myself to be a strong person. I am constantly learning. But this person, she is powerful in the way that she can persuade people, and this is why I need allies. I need people that can see past the thin veneer of her seduction, should we say. She's
I could feel this seduction in a way.
mm,
Nothing outright, nothing really that I can put my finger on, but at the time I was impressed with her. I thought this was a lady who was clever and smart, perhaps. Someone who could be useful, maybe.
oh yes.
Interesting.
And then the thing also with me is that she came up to me and said, "Are you the shaman?" I said, "Yes." She said, "I am a great respecter of La Madre. I would love to come and visit you, to come offer prayers, etc. I might be a frequent visitor of yours." Oh, yes, indeed. Yes. I do not know what to say. I said, "Sure, whatever." But I am going to try to be passive regarding this.
I don't think. I don't know very much about the Armadi. Only what you've told me about its history and culture. But if she is as clever as you think, and as I think, I don't think she will do anything to harm you right away. She'll probably try to bring you to her side somehow. This would be just like Horichi. They like to control, they like to play games, and act at being clever, and seduce you with righteousness even, perhaps. You must be very careful, tread lightly.
Mm-hmm. She's even offered to train people. Physically. Train people, make them stronger. And I have to say, I have to bring out this question. Stronger in what way? The only thing that I have witnessed her do is stab someone. Oh yes, you know that she has stabbed someone?
Not know this, no.
Right, well, she had Edgar choose. There was a man on this island. He wish he was here before Vasquez. Or he was here during the time of Vasquez, not before. And he was here during this time. He was the first man to discover how to make moonshine, how to make rum. And then Vasquez did not like him. He was a pirate. His name is Henderson. You probably know this man.
I know him, yes.
Yes, a very unscrupulous bastard. But I can tell he's not a good man. But there is this. He has charm. He does have charm, indeed. He's not. I kind of like him for what he is because he's like a crab. It's like he's a crab. He's like, I'm a crab and I don't give a shit. I'm a crab. I'm a scavenger. If you'll take me or leave me, crack my shell, I'll be fine. You know?
Yes, yes.
That is kind of what I get across from him. I appreciate him and I respect him more than a devil in the dark. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. With him, for the most part, you know what you're getting.
Right. So there is this. Second, she took Edgar and said to him, "This man has, he was here. He came to the island without permission. I'll give you a choice. Should we stab him or should we beat him up? And Edgar chose the stabbing, and so she took out her knife and stabbed him in the belly.
Oh,
And then I was forced to take out my herbs and try to save his life.
is he going to live?
He's going to be fine. She stabbed him in a non-vital area, but it was just a singular stab. It was a lesson, if you will. And I asked him the question. I said, okay, so you're punishing... I asked him, okay, why did you stab him? Where's the part in which you tell me why you stabbed him? And they did not really want to tell me, but they did. They said, well, it's because he came to this island without permission. And I said to them, I also came to this island without permission. Are you going to stab me next? And they said, no, because we like you.
So it was because they don't like him why they stab him.
Exactly. They should have said this to begin with. We stabbed him because we didn't like him.
Yeah.
It's that simple, right? Now we have to find the path to get to the truth. Well, so I think now it's time to probably discuss the trial. Are you ready?
Ready? Yes.
Very good. This is called the Trial of the Macaw. It is based after the parrots that live on this island. The macaw, the lore of it, is that it was given to us by the rainbow god. Plucked the colors of the sky and gave flight to it. But I would like you to tell me something. When you see these birds around Guarma, how do they make you feel? What do you think about them?
Feel peaceful when I see them. They are so beautiful that I do not wish to shoot them or whatever, but better appreciated from afar.
Very good. All right, let us walk. Peace. Solidarity. These aren't things that many of us long for, but few of us take the plunge to do it.
I'm going to fly, is that it?
You are going to fly.
Can I hand you my rifle and pistol first?
Absolutamente. I was even going to ask you the question, do you trust me?
Of course, of course.
Very good. I'm going to
wait,
give you
I
some
need
things
to,
in return.
Yep, I need a second.
I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Do you want a coffee before you jump?
Actually, yeah, that might be nice.
This is Guarma Robusto coffee. Enjoy. No problem.
You know what? That's really good. I don't really like much of the coffee that we have in the crossing. It's very strong but smooth.
It is very strong, very smooth, and probably my favorite part about it is a little bit of that chocolatey nuttiness to it.
Yes. Yes, I can taste it. I can taste it. Maybe even, correct me if I'm wrong, but do I taste a little bit maybe of the salty air too?
I would say yes, in fact. Perhaps, yes. The salt kind of brings out the rest of the flavor, I think.
Salt
touch
and the
of the
sweet.
salt.
Yeah. Oh, this is lovely.
It is my favorite. Guarma coffee is the best in the world. Right, man.
Oh,
So, this is what you must do. You shall jump from this bank. You shall run, you shall jump.
Run
When you
and
clear
jump,
this
okay.
cliff. Yes, you must run and you must jump. You must clear the cliff. If you do not run, then you may hit it. So you want to make sure you jump. When you do this, I'm going to fire off a shot from my pistola. When I fire the shot, that is the signal for you to jump. And you shall turn around. So you will jump this way, You will turn around this way and you will swim to the ship below, the boat, Stone's boat. It is a very quick swim. Do not worry. I have things for you if you lack energy at the end of it. Take your time, meditate, take off your glasses if you will,
Yeah, yeah.
do whatever you must.
Do I start running from here?
You can start right here. You can even start pretty close to it in fact. But I would suggest getting a running start from where you are standing. Very good. Now remember, may the spirit of the macaw guide you. Its beauty, its grace. The strength that you hold within your heart is enough to conquer 1,000 worlds. What you see before you in the vastness of the world, there is an infiniteness to it. We are often terrified of the infinite. We are terrified of that which we do not know. It is better to leap into the great unknown and to risk injury than it is to stay standing.
Yes, I agree.
Very well.
Although I am very scared.
That is fine. Being scared is normal.
No.
It is alright. Now, I shall leave you. Meditate upon these things. Look out to the world. Think for yourself. We shall speak shortly. Your trial begins now.
Let me find a scheme emote. There it is. Oh my god, this... I don't know. Take a little look, maybe? Okay. Alright, no rocks down there.
Wait for the gunshot. I love the macaw. We go. Ah!
Come, swim to me, swim to me. Mandamos el camino.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh. I have never
Wow,
had
is
my
that?
stomach in my throat like that before.
How was this?
It was
Did you
amazing.
fly?
No, I dropped straight down. But for a second, yes, it did appear like I was flying. Whew. I did not know it was. Look how high that is up there. Oh my god.